Ever notice how certain people are automatically respected wherever they go? Not because they announce themselves, not because they demand attention. It just happens. No one interrupts them mid-sentence. No one casually wastes their time. No one feels comfortable testing their boundaries. They don't raise their voice. They don't explain themselves. They don't seek permission. And yet something about them makes others pause. So ask yourself honestly, what separates them from everyone else? What do they have that you don't? Here's the part that frustrates most people. They're not more intelligent than you. They don't have more degrees. They're not wealthier. They're not more talented. They're not more accomplished on paper. In many cases, they've done less than you. Yet somehow they're treated better. Why they command respect for one reason, and one reason only. They understand a psychological principle you were never taught. A rule of human behavior most people learn too late, or never learn at all. It's simple, it's uncomfortable, and once you understand it, you won't be able to unsee it. The way you look at people will change, the way you interpret behavior will shift, and most importantly, the way you carry yourself will never be the same. Think about your daily life. Someone cuts ahead of you in line and you stay quiet. You feel annoyed, but you tell yourself it's not worth it. A friend cancels plans at the last minute. Again, no apology, no explanation, and you brush it off. A coworker takes credit for your idea during a meeting. You notice it, everyone notices it, and you say nothing. You tell yourself you're being mature. You tell yourself you're being the bigger person. You tell yourself it's not that serious. But here's the truth most people avoid. You're not being mature. You're conditioning people to disrespect you. Every time you let it slide, you send a message, not with words, with behavior. And people listen very closely to behavior. Here's what will shock you even more. The people who never experience this treatment aren't lucky. They didn't stumble into respect. They didn't win some social lottery. They're intentional. They're operating by a harsh psychological reality that Machiavelli identified over 500 years ago. A reality that separates people who are respected from people who are tolerated, used, and quietly dismissed. It's the difference between authority and approval. What if I told you that your need to be liked is actually stripping you of power? That every time you try to please everyone, you weaken your position? That the more approval you chase, the less seriously people take you? That sounds harsh, but it's true. This isn't motivational nonsense. This isn't confidence talk. This is behavioral psychology that plays out the same way every time, in every culture. By the end of this video, you'll understand why some people naturally dominate rooms while others fade into the background. Why some voices carry weight even when they're quiet. Why others talk constantly and still get ignored. And most importantly, you'll learn how to become someone who is never casually disrespected again. So ask yourself one question before we continue. Are you ready to stop being everyone's fallback option and start being their priority? Drop this affirmation in the comments right now. Respect over approval. Number 1. Why wanting to be liked makes you weak. Every person who has dismissed you, used you, or taken you lightly shared one silent insight about you. They knew you needed their approval more than they needed yours. They felt it. They sensed it. They adjusted their behavior accordingly. Think about it carefully. When was the last time someone genuinely respected a person who was desperate to be liked? It doesn't happen. It never has. Neediness doesn't need to be spoken. It leaks through behavior, through hesitation, through over-agreeing, through smiling when something feels wrong, and people sense it instantly. When being liked becomes your goal, you become predictable. They know you'll smile through disrespect. They know you'll agree just to avoid tension. They know you'll show up even when they don't value your time. They know you won't push back. Predictability makes you replaceable. And here's the irony. The harder you try to be liked, the less people value you. Now think about the people you actually respect. Do they constantly seek validation from you? Do they explain themselves excessively? Do they bend their personality to fit the room? Or are they perfectly fine without your approval? People are drawn to those who don't need them. That's not arrogance. That's psychology. We crave what isn't chasing us. We undervalue what's always available. Machiavelli said it clearly. It is safer to be feared than loved. If one cannot be both, he wasn't promoting cruelty. He was explaining consequence. Fear doesn't mean terror. It means people know there's a price for crossing you. Look at the people who shaped you the most. The strict teacher who didn't tolerate excuses. The demanding boss who held standards. The honest friend who told you the truth when it was uncomfortable. None of them needed your approval. People pleasers, on the other hand, get overlooked. They get used. And eventually, they get forgotten. When you make yourself available to everyone, you become important to no one. The people who benefit from your compliance don't respect you for it. They depend on it. They smile at you, but they know you'll bend. That's the trap. Being agreeable doesn't earn respect. It earns exploitation. Respect isn't handed out. It's enforced. Drop this affirmation. I choose power. Number 2, how respect actually works. Now let's strip away the illusions. Respect is not politeness. It's not admiration. It's not compliments or praise. Respect is built on consequence. If people know crossing you costs nothing, they'll do it repeatedly. Not because they're evil, but because human behavior adapts to incentives. If they know it costs something, they stop. Most people confuse respect with being impressive. That's admiration, not authority. You can admire someone and still walk all over them. Respect comes from refusing to tolerate disrespect. When someone disrespects you and nothing happens, you've trained them. You've taught them exactly how to treat you next time. But when disrespect results in lost access, lost cooperation, or lost presence, behavior changes immediately. This is why nice people are often treated the worst. They've made disrespect safe, and once disrespect is safe, respect becomes impossible. When you change this dynamic, when people realize your time, energy, and attention are not free, everything shifts. They watch their tone, they think before speaking, they reconsider their actions. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. People will treat you exactly how you allow them to. Respect compounds. The more you enforce it, the less you have to fight for it. The difference between seeking approval and demanding respect is control. Approval puts others in charge of how you feel. Respect puts you in charge of how you're treated. Respected people don't negotiate their worth. Drop this affirmation. My value is not up for discussion. Number 3, control is the real game. Every interaction is about control, whether you realize it or not. Who controls the conversation? Who sets the terms? Who decides what's acceptable? If you don't know who's in control, it isn't you. Approval-seeking hands control away automatically. Every time you bite your tongue to keep peace, you surrender authority. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you surrender autonomy. Every time you reshape yourself to be liked, you surrender power. People who don't need approval keep control. They speak honestly. They act independently. They don't contort themselves for comfort. Needing approval gives others access to your emotions. And once someone controls how you feel, they control how you act. Freedom begins when you stop caring whether someone likes you. When approval loses its grip on you, manipulation stops working. You become unpredictable, and unpredictability creates leverage. Drop this affirmation. I own my worth. Number 4. Approval is an addiction. Let's be direct. Your desire for approval isn't harmless. It's chemical. Validation releases dopamine, the same reward pathway involved in addiction. People learn this quickly. They offer praise to get compliance, flattery to extract favors, kind words to excuse bad behavior. Your brain links approval with relief. People who aren't addicted can't be controlled this way. Compliments don't own them. Rejection doesn't destabilize them. Approval is cheap to give and expensive to depend on. Those who need it fragment themselves in different personalities, different masks, different versions for different people. Those who don't remain consistent, and consistency earns respect. Breaking this addiction feels uncomfortable. Your mind will resist, but discipline always beats dependence. Drop this affirmation. My validation comes from me. Number 5. Machiavellian rules of respect. Speak less. Do more. Never chase approval. Stay calm when challenged. Remain unpredictable. Enforce boundaries instantly and quietly. No speeches, no warnings, no emotional explanations. Action teaches faster than words ever could. Drop this affirmation. I am unshakable. Number 6. Scarcity multiplies power. Constant availability destroys value. Scarcity creates it. When your time is limited, it's respected. When your attention is selective, it's valued. A distance creates perspective. Selectivity creates influence. Those who overstay disappear. Those who respect boundaries remain. This isn't cruelty, it's clarity. Final truth. When you stop chasing approval and start enforcing respect, everything changes. Your relationships become real. Your confidence becomes internal. Your stress decreases. Your power returns. Machiavelli said it best. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. Your worth was never external. Drop the final affirmation. Respect is my birthright. In a world full of people begging to be liked, the one who doesn't need approval holds all the power. Be that person.